Is starting a website hard or easy? We're going to go through 3 questions about website basics. How to start a website, is it free, is it hard, is it easy, and then what's a domain name of a web host? We're going to cover those 3 questions right here, right now. My name's Steve Cooper. I'm the founder of howtomakemoneyaskid.com and the Cash Academy, and which is all about helping you make money so that you can live your dreams. So, and specifically, this course, this series of videos that I'm making about starting a website as a teenager is all about helping you start a website now so that by the time you graduate high school, you can be making enough money to never need a job. Now, it's been a secret desire for me and for my kids, and I want to help you as well. So let's dive right in. Is starting a website easy or is it hard? It does take time, and so it is going to be harder at first, just because like learning anything new, anything you start new is hard. It's like if you'd never played football before, would you say is it easy or is it hard? Yeah, it's probably hard if you're just starting out, because you got to develop those muscles. You got to develop, the strength, and you got to learn the different plays and passes. It's hard. Learning anything new can be hard, but over time, it does become easy, just like anything. Just like football. If you played football for your whole life, ask some big football player, like a professional football player, is football hard or easy? It's probably going to be like, well, it's pretty easy now. I know exactly what to do. Maybe not. Maybe football is a bad example. But starting a website, starting out, you can run into a lot of roadblocks, and I'm going to try to help you get past most of those roadblocks so you can get started and get building a website. I'm going to try to help you smooth out those road bumps so that it can make it as easy as possible. Do I think a teenager can start a website? 100% yes. 4 years ago, I knew nothing about websites, and I just, from watching YouTube videos, watching videos like this, I learned how to build my own successful website, and I'm going to teach you exactly how I did it and exactly how you can too. So, how long does it take? Well, I've been working on how to make money as a kid for 3 years now. I was working a full-time job, and so that kind of brought a lot of things, so I wasn't able to work on it. And I'd work on it for a month, and then I'd stop for 3 months. And so if you can work consistently, you can build it pretty quick. But I would say, give yourself 2 years, at least 2 years. If you can work consistently for 2 years, then you can be successful. The reason I say this is, 2 years though, it might seem like a long time, but it's really not. If you're 13 now, or 14 or 15, in 2 years, you'll be like 17, or you'll be 15 in 2 years, and you won't even be able to drive yet. But if you can start a website now and then work on it for 2 years, to where in 2 years you have a website that's generating you a full-time income. I'm talking an income as much as your parents are making. That is awesome, and that is the potential that you have with starting your own website. And you can watch the video about how to make money with a website, and that will show you exactly how I make money on my website and how you can make money starting a website, and that's in the next training. So how much time will you have to put into it? If you can consistently put in an hour a day or 2 hours a day, you'll be amazed at the amount that you can accomplish over time. So I read a research report that said the kids and teens are spending an average of 9.5 hours a day on media. Now media is like anything, movies, any digital, any screen kind of thing. And that's a lot of time. That could count your schoolwork, so it's not obviously all bad. But 9.5 hours a day on media, imagine if you were able to do 2 hours of that a day, or 1 hour, 30 minutes a day, spending on creating a website. There's 2 different kinds of kids and teens. Or actually people in general. There's consumers and there's creators. Okay? Consumers is you go and you look at everyone else's stuff online. You go read everyone else's stuff, watch everyone else's videos. Or on the other hand, there's the creators. Those are the people that are creating the content that everyone else is watching. Now the creators, you don't make money being a consumer. You make money being a creator. And so the goal of starting your website is to become a creator. Be the person that's making those awesome Snapchats or those sweet posts on Instagram or those awesome blog posts on your website or those sweet YouTube videos. Be the creator, and over time you will build a platform. Somewhere where you can, basically it's like you're sitting on top of a stage and you're building an audience. And you can tell that audience to do things and they will listen to you. They'll buy things from you and they will like you and they'll be like, keep going, you're awesome. And they'll just tell you awesome things. So it's all about building a platform. And I think whatever platform you decide to build on, if you choose any kind of social media platform, you always need to have a website. Do the benefits outweigh the negatives? I honestly can't think of very many negatives. I mean, hard work, is that a negative? But the benefits are amazing. The benefits are insanely awesome. I mean, if you can imagine having passive income. If you've never heard of passive income before, passive income is basically, there's two different kinds of way to make money. I mean, you can go and log your time, work at a job, and if you're working, you get paid so many dollars per hour. If you go get a part-time job at McDonald's or whatever, you're going to be paid per every hour you're working. When you're not working, you're not making money. Passive income is where you make money even when you're not working. So like you could be sleeping and making money. Tomorrow I'm going on a little trip and I'm not going to be working tomorrow. But guess what? My website is still going to be producing revenue and still going to be making me money tomorrow while I'm on a vacation with my kids going to a national park to have fun and go hiking. So how cool is that? Passive income. If you can catch the vision of passive income, I mean, 2 years, if it takes you 2 years to build a website, who cares? You're going to have this gold mine called passive income so that you can go to college and have it pay for your college. You can buy a car. I mean, you can do all these things. You'll be able to have more fun than anyone else. You have two choices. It's basically hard, easy. You can do the hard things now and then have it easy for the rest of your life. Or you can choose the easy route now and do nothing. And then you're going to have to get a job and you're going to have a hard, not as cool life. I mean, having a job is not the end of the world, and there are good jobs out there. But a lot of times you just get stuck in a situation that you just have to you have to go get a job because you have a wife and you have kids and you have to do it. So you just have to take whatever's available. But if you can create your own business and be a creator, then you can decide what you want to do with your time. If you want to go on a vacation and you don't get paid time off, guess what? You get paid all the time. So anyway, it's awesome. So the benefits definitely outweigh the negatives with starting a website. Now, is it free? There are ways to start a website for free. I mean, like blogger.com, I think. There are free website things out there, but they're not worth it because one, you don't have full control, and two, you don't have full control. So a lot of times you're not going to be able to change things, make things different if you decide you want to take your website this kind of a direction. You won't be able to make those changes, and your website's not going to look as legitimate to Google in the search engines and to people when they come see it, because you'll have to have some weird ads or something weird on there. But nothing's really ever free. So if you're finding a free web provider where you can start a free website, it's not really free. You're paying for it in other ways, whether it's ads or whether it's something else. Everyone needs to make money to sustain their businesses. And so if they're saying, hey, a free website, it's not free. There's things that are going to cost you money. However, there are very affordable ways to start a website. And I'm going to teach you how to do that in this training, Start a Website as a Teen. So what would you have to pay for a website? I recommend Bluehost.com. You can click the link below, and that can take you to Bluehost. You can see how much it costs. Bluehost is kind of jumping down. What's a web host? Bluehost, when you have a website, you have to host it online. Basically, it's a server that makes it so it's online all the time. Like if you build a website on your computer and say your computer shut down, your website would be gone off the internet. You made your computer a server. So web hosting is pretty much like they're storing your website and they're making sure it's online all the time. And then they provide a ton of tools and resources to help you build your website and have an email and all these different things that come along with it. So that's what a web host is. Now I recommend Bluehost. It's what I've used for all the websites I've created. They have great customer service, and I highly recommend them because they're very affordable, and it's just a great place to start. I mean, whenever I have a problem, I call them. They're able to help me get it figured out and able to move on. So it to start a website literally costs a couple bucks a month. It's like $3 a month if you buy the 3-year package. It's like $3.99 or $2.99. You'll have to see the discount when you click the link, but it's literally $2 to $3 depending on if you buy a year, a 2-year, or 3-year commitment of hosting. And so that's not very much money. I mean, that's like lunch one day. I mean, literally, you could make that money mowing someone's lawn or doing something. You can make the money you need to start your own website. Or just talk to your parents, be like, hey, I want to start a website, and just tell them, like, this is why I want to start this, because this guy's telling me I can make passive income if I can work towards this. And I'm sure your parents will help you start a website. And if your parents are watching this, have them watch this right now. Let your kids start a website. It will change their futures. If you can let them build something right now, build value right now, then they'll never have to need a job. If they can build this website now, they'll never have to get a job, and they'll be able to pay for their own college and pay for their own cars, and it'll save you tons of money. So invest in your child right now and help them start their own website. Does it cost money to keep going? Yeah, there are definitely costs with a website. Once you buy web hosting, which is basically the bare essential cost of starting a website, everything else above and beyond that are like add-ons. If you need different software, different email providers, different things you can add, and the cost can go up. But just to maintain a basic website, you have to renew your domain name once a year, and it's like $15. And then you're paying hosting, and you just actually pay that up front, and then that will last you 1 to 2 to 3 years, however much you buy up front. So that's the only cost to really bare bones maintaining your website. So choosing a domain name and a web host. These are kind of just some basics, fundamentals. If you don't quite understand this stuff, I just want to make sure that it's totally 100% clear. So what is a domain? A domain is like howtomakemoneyasakid.com or cashacademy.org. That is a domain. And I recommend you get .com. The reason I got cashacademy.org is .com was taken, but I figured .org is good because it's kind of like an education platform, education website that I'm building. So anyway, whenever you can, if you're in Australia, in England, wherever you are in the world, try to get a .com. If you have to change your web name a little bit, that's okay, but try to get a .com because that's like the world recognized domain name. If you do like a .ca, like for Canada, or .au or .ko for Korea, I think that's what it is. You're just kind of limiting yourself because Google's not going to show that to the rest of the world. They're going to show, oh, this is just for Korea, or this is just for Canada. So you're very limiting yourself. So .com is the global domain name. Okay. And before you choose your domain, you probably want to know how to choose your niche, how to choose, what you're actually going to start a website about, and there'll be a later training that covers that completely. So skip ahead to watch that training if you're wondering, what do I want to do a website about? And a web host, we already talked about that. Bluehost is the one I recommend. I use it for all my websites. I love them. And there'll be links below this video. You can go and check out Bluehost and start your website right now. And in training number 4, I'm going to actually teach you how to set up your Bluehost account, walk you through step by step, because there can be some tricky stuff if you don't know what you're doing. But I'll just walk you through step by step, so it's super easy, so you get it right the first time, and that'll help you set up your blog on WordPress. So that way you can have a website ready to go, and literally it can take you 20 minutes to get your website domain, get everything ready, get WordPress set up, and just start cranking. So it really doesn't take a lot of time to get it set up. Yeah, so that's it. So I hope that this training was helpful to cover some of the basics of starting a website as a teenager. Um, so make sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the rest of the videos in this sequence of starting a website, because I'm going to cover all the different aspects that you need to know when starting a website. And thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next training.